As you may know, there were many prisoners in both the Confederacy prison and the Union prison. The Union is the North and the Confederacy is the South. The prisoners were treated awful. The prisoners had lack of fresh air, bad water, lack of food, and the medicine killed hundreds because they fed them mercury. They didn't know it was dangerous and toxic. Even some of the guards left because they didn't get good food and clean water. The prisoners were mainly starved to death. Also, many of the prisoners were filled with diseases, and again is another main reason why most of the prisoners were dying. This is Andersonville Prison. It is the map of their prison. This prison is a Confederacy prison. The prison was only 26 acres and 400 people arrived each day. The prison had around 26,000 prisoners. The prison was only supposed to hold 10,000 prisoners. By August, the prison had 32 Union prisoners, and of course, more and more prisoners kept on coming and coming. This is an image of Alton Prison. This prison was built in the style of a fortress. A fortress is basically a protected castle. The prison had only 24 cells, and yes, it became overcrowded. Turns out there were 3 men in each cell. During the Civil War, Alton Prison had 12,000 Confederate soldiers. Many died from the disease smallpox. It got so bad, 6 to 10 people were dying each day. Then they started sending people to the hospital. In that prison, they have an estimate of 15,000 to 22,000 people that died. Many of the prisons were built in different ways so that the prisoners wouldn't escape. This would be an example of prisons that were surrounded by water, that way the prisoners couldn't leave. During the American Civil War, the stockade at Andersonville, Georgia was huge. During the summer of 1899, Union prisoners were confined here. In the National Cemetery at Andersonville, those who did not survive were buried. On the left side of this image, you will see a cart that is taking away the dead body. This image shows a prison. All those tiny dots are prisoners. That brown line going through is a big, thick wall that they have so the prisoners wouldn't escape. Also, the stream going through is the only clean water that the prisoners can get. Camp Sumter is a Confederate prison. This prison was originally covered about 16.5 acres and enclosed by a 15-foot high stockade. In June, it was enlarged to 26.5 acres. This prison was in the shape of a rectangle. There were only 2 entrances to this prison, the north entrance and the south entrance. Prisoners and prison camps. Now I hope you have a little understanding about prisoners and prison camps. Selena Tongjin 8 Moon. Thanks for watching.